Hey guys, it's Mackenzie from Curly Vibes Online Channel. Welcome back. This is where I talk about weight loss, fat acceptance, fat liberation, stuff like that. I'm a former fat myself. I lost about 34 pounds in a little over 3 months. And while I'm not a dietitianist or a nutritionist or anything of the sort, I'm just a person on the internet with thoughts and opinions. So without further ado, let's get to it. Tell me what you want. So today I'm going to be diving into an episode of Secret Eaters where basically it's a show. They film these individuals who don't understand why they are not losing weight. Instead, they're gaining weight despite eating in a calorie deficit or a low maintenance. But it reveals to them that they are actually eating a lot more than they think. And it really shows how we all can kind of subconsciously not realize how much we're actually eating in a day.
I'm on my way to Sitka to meet sisters Florence Lynch and Precious Mapond. 36-year-old Florence and 24-year-old Precious are originally from Zimbabwe and have piled on a massive 7 stone between them in just 3 years.
Someone's done us long.
This is the heaviest I've been, and it's so stressful. I want to lose the weight for good. I don't know where I'm going wrong. I'm eating very healthy.
And that's the thing. A lot of people think they are eating healthy when in fact they're not. While they may have some healthy habits in their diet, like they're eating grilled chicken, lean meats, vegetables, fruits, they have all this processed junk on the side that they don't realize that they're eating, or they do realize it and choose to ignore it, or they think, oh, well, I just had a small candy bar. It's not that many calories, but don't realize that small candy bar had 400 calories in it and 60 grams of sugar.
Despite their best efforts, they're losing the battle of the bulge.
We've tried all the diets. Yeah, all of them. From the Atkins diet, Weight Watchers even, Slim Fast, and GM diet, everything. I even invented my own diet. Yeah.
That's really, inventing your own diet is most likely, not gonna work. One thing all diets just have in common is it puts you in a calorie deficit. So she could have invented her own diet where she could have a bunch of junk food and sweets, but ate in a calorie deficit and she would lose weight. That's truly just what it takes to lose weight. It's a calorie deficit. You eat less than your body burns. That's all.
Some people are meant to be big, and I think it's us. I refuse to be big.
That was funny. The way her sister said it, I think some people are just meant to be big and that's us. And then she just looks at her sister like, no, I refuse to be. That's determination though. And she's wrong about people are just meant to be big. Unless they're talking about people who, are tall. Yeah, that's genetics. They can't help that. They're almost 7 foot tall, like an NBA player. But if it comes to weight, if you are 100 pounds overweight, that is the fault of food. It is not the fault of genetics or chance.
These stylish sisters want to shed the excess pounds and get their confidence back.
I've missed out on all the fashion and everything because of my weight.
It can be hard to find clothes when you're bigger, cute clothes especially.
Size 20 to wear. No, it's a no-no, 1,000 times no. Yeah.
So I've come to Florence's house to try to get to the bottom of their widening waistlines. Hiya! Pleased to meet you. Have you always been big kids?
We've always been known as the big family. Everyone in my family except one, we've always been large.
What kind of food?
Well, then I'm not surprised why everyone in your family except, the black sheep of the family is big. It's because you're all passing on your same eating habits of overeating. And that one family member, maybe they just don't have much of an appetite, or they eat to live. That's just how they are. They're eating the exact amount their body needs to maintain a healthy weight.
What do you enjoy, Florence?
Oh, I enjoy everything that's nice, like eating the chickens and fish and vegetables and fruits.
And I believe her. I do believe that she enjoys those food, but I believe she enjoys a little something on the side.
Busy Mama 2 Florence insists she's a healthy home cook.
Yeah, all the time I cook fresh food because I don't like processed food. I prefer to make my own meals. I usually have steamed vegetables as well with that. And maybe
she doesn't like processed food. I highly doubt that. Obviously, guys, she's 60 pounds overweight maybe?
A portion of carbohydrates, but not that big.
So Florence can't understand.
People underestimate how much carbohydrates can actually be hiding in your food. Even fruit can be very high in carbs and sugars, even though it's whole foods. You have to be careful.
She's going wrong.
So I don't know where these calories are hiding. Where are they coming from?
They're coming from food. Processed food.
Or anything like that?
No, we don't really do takeaways and stuff now and again, but
You don't really do takeaways. Girls, you're both at least 40 to 60 pounds overweight. You get takeout. Maybe you are not realizing it, or you think you're not getting as much as you are, but you get takeouts.
Prepare my own food.
What kind of food are you eating then, Precious?
Well, in the morning I would have my porridge or whatever cereal. It's about 100 calories at least. You know? And then in the afternoon I have my noodles with chicken, and that's where most of the calories are.
I do believe her. Like, she probably does have a very good breakfast. Back when I was a lot heavier, my breakfast was pretty much the same it is now. I had a fruit smoothie, protein smoothie in the morning, and you know, it was a good start to the day. And I would have good lunches in the afternoon. A lot of times I would have breast chicken. But there were plenty of times I had pancakes in the morning. I had Chick-fil-A in the afternoon. I had, you know, those high calorie, unhealthy snacks in between, which is probably what she's doing on more occasions than she thinks. She's no doubt snacking in between. And people can lose track of what they are eating if they aren't looking closely, because we almost go into autopilot. That's the word I was looking for.
To go to the gym every day.
Really?
I love classes.
24-year-old mother of one, Precious, is a dedicated gym bunny.
I go running, do my exercise properly. I lift weights. I don't play bingo, so I don't need no bingoings. I'm serious when I'm at the gym. It's serious business.
And has an idea about
Which I'm sure she is, because even when I was a lot heavier, I was going to the gym every single week, multiple times, about the same time as I still go now. And just like her, I mean, I think she is subconsciously trying to outrun a bad diet. I was doing that subconsciously. It wasn't until obviously I was losing weight that I was like, oh shit, I was trying to burn off all those excess calories I was eating. And I wasn't fully aware of it.
post-workout.
When I finish my workout, we all got 1 hour window to eat whatever you want because your metabolism is still running.
I have no idea where she's getting that from. A 1 hour window of whatever you can eat. Yeah, sure. After you work out, your metabolism does speed up a little bit more because your body is having to repair the damage you did to the tissues and muscles while working out. But that doesn't automatically mean whatever you eat afterwards, your body's not going to process and store the calories.
Gym, I always have something to eat.
So you're a fit woman.
Very fit. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, guys, she's very fit. The very overweight woman who can't lose weight is very fit. She's not fit, come on. Is she strong? I'm sure she's strong, but fit, no.
Like, what's going on?
Okay, who wants to go first?
You want to go first? Oh, this first, lovely.
Okay, so Florence is being brave enough. Shoes off, I love it.
Maybe I should take off my watch as well.
What do you think you are?
Maybe 16.
16 stone. Okay, let's have a look.
I don't want to look.
Here we go.
You think you're 16 stone? You're 18 stone 9.
Oh,
Okay, shoes back on, watch back on. Yeah. Precious, what do you think you are?
about 16 and a half.
16 and a half stone. Okay, pop off.
All right, let me make a little pair. Lord have mercy. Oh
Okay. Yep, bang on 17.
my God.
Well, listen, it's only a bit.
Yeah, guys, they are, without a doubt, overeating.
It's not like Florence. You've got 2.5 stone out.
Oh no.
Precious and Florence have agreed to let us monitor their every mouthful for 5 days to get a true picture of what they really eat. I need you to promise me that you're going to be eating normally.
Yeah.
Okay, for the next week, don't go changing, girls. With the surveillance cameras rolling for the next 5 days, and 2 top private investigators, Cameron Gowlett and Duncan Mee, poised to track them wherever they go, we'll see if Precious and Florence are secret eaters. Are they hiding the truth about what they eat from each other and themselves? To get an idea of what they think they eat, we asked Precious and Florence to complete a food diary for a week, and according to what they reported, it's a mystery why they aren't losing weight. Florence
It's
reported
not
they
such a
eat,
mystery.
in average, around 1,200 calories.
If she were eating that many calories, she would be losing weight quickly, very, very, very quickly. I would know. I've done it, obviously. Actually, even in the past 2.5 weeks, I unintentionally ate in a very big calorie deficit because I was at the movie theaters and I really overindulged in popcorn and candy, and it gave me a pretty bad breakout across the side of my forehead. It's pretty much gone now, but it is very rare for me to have a breakout. Yeah, like every now and again I'll get, you know, a little pimple here and there, but my diet is so healthy that my body doesn't usually break out from Whole Foods, obviously. But due to the excessive amount of buttery popcorn and candy, it caused a breakout. So I went on the anti-acne diet. Yeah, there's such thing as an anti-acne diet, which is just basically a diet where you eat nothing processed, nothing. So I went on that, and the only thing processed I kept in my diet was my protein powder for my smoothie in the morning. Other than that, everything was Whole Foods. Everything. And due to that, it put me in a very big calorie deficit. I was still making sure to hit every one of my macros. I wasn't starving myself, guys. But I did lose 4 pounds. Yeah, I lost like 4 pounds. So 134, 135, somewhere around there.
eating breakfast with muesli and snacking on fruit. In Precious's diary, she also listed eating an average of 1,200 calories a day and said she regularly had Weetabix for breakfast and chicken wraps for lunch. Will our surveillance tally with their diaries, or will we discover discrepancies between what they believe they eat and what they actually eat? It's Saturday afternoon, and just a few hours since we rigged the house with our cameras, and Precious and Florence are getting ready to party. And unbeknownst to the girls, P.I. Cameron is going too.
Could you imagine studying and training for years to be a PI, detective, whatever they are, and then you get a call from this woman who owns the show saying,
Yeah, hey, I would like to hire you for a job.
Oh, yeah, sure. What is it?
I need you to follow these two women around for a week and tell me exactly what they're eating.
they spent years training for that. If I were them, I would want to know. I'd be like, exactly how much are you paying me for this? If it's a good pay, well then, it's an easy job.
And they're just getting ready to go to an event. I'm going to stick close to them and see where they're going.
So far today, both girls have eaten very healthily, having just a sandwich and yogurt each. But will the good behaviour continue once they let their hair down?
I've got eyes on them. There they are.
Well, they've probably only eaten that in their house, and I can't be sure. Obviously, I'm not all-knowing here, but probably they were being a bit more careful with what they were eating in the house due to the cameras. Whether it was a conscious act or subconscious act, I'm not sure, but I kind of guarantee you that there was a little bit of that for the reason they were eating so healthy in the home.
That's close shave. I nearly lost them now.
Cameron has gone deep undercover and got his tucks out of mothballs to gate crash the event and track exactly what the girls eat.
I've managed to infiltrate the event tonight, and I was sat at exactly the same table as Precious and Florence.
Whilst Precious entertains the room, Florence entertains the delights of the buffet table. Precious isn't
Yeah, and something tells me she isn't tracking her calories at that buffet table. Who would?
Our spy and black eye fills us in on what they had.
Precious had quite a big plate. It was all rice and sort of like kind of curry and looked like fried stuff. And I saw Florence take a plate of rice with some fried kind of potatoes and some lamb.
Precious and Florence didn't eat much today, so maybe their trip to the buffet table won't tip them over their daily calorie allowance. Studies show that when faced with a variety of food to choose from, we eat up to twice as much. So on this occasion, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
It's not surprising that there's a special occasion we will eat about twice as much food because, you know, we're splurging. Heck, I mean, Thanksgiving was, well, at the time I'm filming this, yesterday, and guys, I ate a lot of food. I'm not going to lie, that's kind of what you do on Thanksgiving. I definitely was not tracking my calories at all.
Calorie that these sisters consume over the next 5 days, but it's not just Precious and Florence under surveillance.
During the day, I try to stick to 1,200 calories.
Both want to get to the bottom of what to stick to what's to Florence. Jim Buddy Precious is losing, and that's certainly the case for our sisters from Zimbabwe. Jim Buddy Precious is losing her battle with the bulge, and her accountancy student sister Florence thinks the excess pounds just don't add up.
During the day, I try to stick to 1,200 calories.
Which is very easy to do if you're eating nothing but whole foods. Trying to eat 15,000 calories of nothing but whole foods, especially if you're like incorporating breast chicken, lean ground beef in there and all that, vegetables, then you're going to be full pretty much always. The last 2 weeks where I've been on all whole foods diet, it was so hard for me to eat because I never felt hungry except even, you know, the slightest bit of hunger in the morning, which was just because obviously I hadn't eaten in 10 hours or so. But lunch, dinner, veggie smoothie with tofu as a snack in between after working out, I didn't want any of it. I wasn't craving any of it because I was full. But I knew I had to eat still, obviously, especially the protein, because I was working out. My body needed the protein and the vegetables, the vitamins from the vegetables, to repair itself. So I obviously listened to what my body actually needs and not my stomach, which was saying, nah, we're good, we're good.
Both want to get to the bottom of why the weight's going on. So they agreed to round-the-clock surveillance for 5 days.
Precious has got a barbecue wrap in her hand. She's eating it.
They don't eat out a lot, huh?
Sisters eat more than they realise, or are they lying to themselves?
They're lying to themselves, obviously.
Precious and Florence now think their time of being watched is over. As far as they're concerned, they're on their way to meet our dietitian for a chat at this London cafe. This is not strictly the case. Sorry, ladies, but this innocent-looking eatery is in fact a set that's been rigged with cameras. Even the customers are actors who are in on the sting.
Do they like rent out the building or something? Because they possibly wouldn't really make this building for just the show, would they? Or they might have. I don't know.
Florence still believes that theirs is a normal, healthy diet and think their weight gain's a mystery. But that's about
Is that
to
all the
change.
food they ate?
Concealed behind a wall in the cafe is our incident room.
Yeah, no, this was purposely built for the show.
Scrap of evidence of what we saw them eating. Precious and Florence have no idea that on the other side of this wall, the dish they're about to be served is a cold plate of reality.
She's ordering a sausage roll and the other sister is ordering a cake. Why again do you wonder if you're fat girls?
Hello, ladies.
Caught red-handed. I mean, you can even see her covering her face. She's literally caught red-handed with a cake.
Just Florence, I have caught you eating. Put your forks down. Come with me. Nice to see you. Florence, on this side is just a tiny little snapshot of what you've eaten during the week that we're watching you.
It looks disgusting. Horrible.
Precious. Oh no.
How can it look disgusting? How can it look horrible? You ate it. You clearly like that food, right?
Where you've been at over the week. As you know, we rigged up your house with cameras so we couldn't watch you. You knew about that. But what you didn't know about was that we also had you tailed by private investigators.
Could you imagine being told by someone that you had private investigators following you around all week to see what you're eating? Like, that's the irony.
Come and look at our surveillance board. These two were spying on you the whole time.
I look like David Cameron, so I thought maybe to look at like.
Do you recognise any of this? Where you've been?
Oh my god, no. Look at me, I'm ordering food.
Are you ready to see some more, ladies?
Yeah.
First up is 17 Stone Precious, who's sure she's eating healthily. This is just one day's worth of food that you had whilst we had you under surveillance. Just have it. It's breakfast time, and Precious is serving up a healthy bowl of cereal with her own special extras. Sugar,
Oh no.
butter,
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Still adding more. Peanut butter.
and peanut butter.
Oh dear.
Well, at least that hearty breakfast will keep her going until lunch.
Yeah, I mean, sure, she may have scooped herself, kind of tiny portions of the sugar, butter, and peanut butter, but all of those are very, very high calories for very small portions. Obviously, the sugar is high in calories because it's sugar. The peanut butter is high in calories because of the fat, and the butter is high calories because of the milk and the fat. You gotta measure those out. You gotta be very careful with stuff like that. And as for like the granulated sugar, if you would like a better replacement, you can get one of those 0-calorie artificial sweeteners, such as like, malt fruit sweetener, stevia, stuff like that. There's multiple you can use. And instead of regular peanut butter, you could use PB2 powder. That's a great alternative if you want to save on a lot of calories. And as for butter, if you want it, have it. You can just measure it out. But honestly, it doesn't seem very necessary.
Or maybe not.
Oh my god.
2 biscuit, 3 biscuit.
It's one day, you say.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing those biscuits are not the lowest calorie thing in the world either. But see how she just grabbed it on instinct? She probably wasn't even fully aware of what she was doing. When this show, I honestly do believe people when they say they don't understand where these calories are coming from. Because all the extra stuff they're eating in the day, they're going on autopilot. They don't fully realize what they are doing, that what they're eating. It's instinct.
Precious heads out to the shops, tailed by our PIs. Suddenly, she does a detour.
It looks like they're going to this KFC now. Yes, they are. Oh, thank you. Right, Precious has got a barbecue wrap in her hands. She's eating it.
Oh no.
Less than 3 hours later, Precious seems to be preparing more food. It must be dinner time.
Sunday.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yes.
It can't be.
It is.
Make me some noodles. Who wants them? No, it can't be the same day.
It is the same.
And noodles, those can be very, very high in carbs and calories and stuff like that because it's also very processed, so your body will digest it very quickly, which is why if you are going to have noodles, probably get the protein noodles, but then also pair it with added protein, such as, ground beef, chicken, things like that, with some vegetables on the side, maybe some berries or an apple for extra fiber to really fill you up and just satiate you for a lot longer.
And now it's dinner time. Only 3 hours after noodle time.
I just had noodles. That's a proper meal and I'm having another meal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow. But this must be the end of it then.
Yeah,
no more
no
eating.
more food.
I don't think so.
Well, at least you'll burn off that double dinner at the gym.
Get ready to go to the gym.
Yeah, the very small portion of carbohydrates they had on the dinner plate was that huge glob of potatoes. She really went in there and, did she do double scoop? Two of those? I don't know. But that was not a small portion at all. It wasn't. And while potatoes are good for you, you still have to be careful with them.
Oh my god. And the workout doesn't end when they get home, as they begin their profiterole push-up.
So these are the sweets, what she meant by she can have whatever she wants after she worked out. But honestly, what is her sister's excuse? Her sister didn't work out at all. Did she? I don't remember seeing her in the workout.
In one day.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of food.
I can't believe it.
I think we need the help of an expert. I'd like to introduce you to our secret eater dietitian, Lynn Barton. Hello, Lynn. Shall we talk about the workout?
Yeah.
All right. Just remind me about your theory again of after you've been to the gym. What is it about metabolism?
It's at its peak, so it's burning calories. So you can eat whatever you
Where
want.
did she get that information though? Please tell me. I have never ever heard anybody say that before. Just where? Where did she made it up in her head? She just made it up in her head.
Within the hour. But the profiteroles, I mean, that's after my workout.
Lynn, is this theory correct?
No, afraid not. It's over the course of the day that you need to be looking at. So if you're taking in more calories over the course of the day compared to what you're burning off, then you're going to gain weight.
Yeah, it's that simple. It's that simple, guys. I say it all the time.
And indulging in a post-gym profiterole push-up will only add up to extra calories for precious.
In the day, you got through 3,700 calories. Nearly as much as what 2 women need in a day.
Yeah, and see how easy it was for her to eat that many calories, because a lot of it was processed junk food that isn't going to fill you up, and it's very, very high calorie. So it's not that hard to overeat on food like that at all. Now, try and eat nearly 4,000 calories of nothing but whole foods. Most likely you're not going to be able to do it, because that stuff is going to fill you up so much. It's going to satiate you. Your body is not going to keep up with the amount of whole foods. It won't digest it fast enough for you to eat that many calories in one day of whole foods.
His healthiest meals on this day was the noodles, but even this meal was only a snack.
That noodle dish that you had around 800 calories.
That's
and
a lot.
took those 800 calories in. You did that every day over the course of a week. You'd eat the same number of calories as you'd find in these 42 ice fingers.
Oh my dear Lord.
Because honestly, I thought it was so healthy.
No, you can still have your noodles, just don't have the oxtail and then the profiteroles and everything else on top. Next up,
Exactly. Like, you can still have all those foods that you desire. You can't have the cookie and the brownie and the milkshake all in the same day. You can choose one, or you can choose 0 of them. Even better, you can choose 0 of them. But if you choose one of those, you have to make sure to put it into your day's worth of calories to make sure you are still eating in a calorie deficit and or calorie maintenance.
make that a jar and a half. Next, it's the sides, but I'm not sure that's the really, really, really small portion of carbohydrate you talked about, Lawrence. More carbs, this time of the crispy variety. Could this healthy-looking curry be concealing more calories than Florence thinks? We asked Lynn to analyse.
Yes, it is.
Cinnamon meal.
In order to cook the chicken, around 3 tablespoons of oil was used. Every tablespoon of oil that you add adds another 100 calories to the dish. We then got the jarred curry sauce.
Yes, you have to be very, very careful when you're using oil, because avocado oil, olive oil, it's very, very high in calories.
You have to be careful with some of these sauces because they can be high in fat and high in sugar. Then we've got the vegetables, and at this weight they're providing around 25 calories. They're also about 1.5 portions of your fibre a day. Here we have the rice, quite a large volume of rice, coming in at around 440 calories. You decided to have a bit of naan as well. And the thing with naan is that it's also made with fat. So in this naan you had around 60 calories. In total, the quantities of food...
That is a lot of calories for something so small, but it just shows how many calories are hiding in small things.
you had here to make up your chicken curry came in at around 900 calories.
A day later,
900 calories. I almost never have that many calories in one meal unless I'm obviously eating a meal that's heavily processed.
Florence is whipping up a stew for dinner. Maybe this is where we'll find evidence of a healthy meal, with steamed vegetables and a small side of maize. Fresh meat, check. Vegetables, check. And a portion of carbs, check. Make that a really, really large portion of carbs, Florence. Now, you said to me that you don't really eat that much carbohydrate. Would you still say that that's the case, having seen the film, that you don't eat that much carbohydrate?
Because I didn't.
If you were to say yes, that you still don't think you eat that many carbohydrates, I would honestly assume you were like partially blind or something.
Realize that I eat that much.
If you look at the plate, that huge amount of maize.
That's actually a small one. That's because that night we felt a little bit hungry after.
It might have something to do with portion size. What do you think, Lynn?
When you think about a plate, only a quarter of your plate should be filled with carbohydrate. So in the maize that you had around 550 calories coming from the maize.
Oh my god, because I thought maize is like vegetable, so it should be
vegetables.
So you know, so it shouldn't have that many calories in it. That's why I was generous enough.
I think it's healthy because we grew up eating that.
So this is actually half of what I would give normally.
So that was a mere scoopy snack for you.
Yeah, I'm sure we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
By the looks of
I'm
it,
shocked, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm really shocked because I don't know how I'm gonna live my life because I thought I was doing everything right. When I saw that video, it actually shocked me. You know, from what I think that I'm eating to what was being shown that I was eating.
Exactly. Like I've been saying this whole video, people don't realize just how much they are actually eating because it's habit for most. Like, I see some things people eat on a daily basis and I'm like, whoa, that's a very big portion, because comparing it to my portions, which are usually a lot smaller, because I need smaller portions to maintain a healthy weight. But I see like a man eating this very big portion of food and I'm like, whoa. But to him, it just looks normal.
It's just so big.
When it comes to weight gain, if you don't know how you're putting it on, you won't know how to lose it. Which is why we've been in Sidcup with sisters.
Yeah, that's true, because you want to lose weight, so you go on a diet, and then on that diet, you're cheating all the time, you don't realize it.
Precious and Florence to spy on everything they're eating and help them crack the conundrum of their curves. So far, each sister has had a large helping of evidence.
You'd eat the same number of calories as you'd find in these 42 iced fingers.
Now it's time to dish up the bad habits affecting them both. You've both said that fast food isn't a big part of your diet. Agreed? Yeah. Okay. You still stand by that?
100%.
100% you're going to stand by that?
Yeah.
How can she possibly stand by it 100% after seeing everything she's already eaten at home? At home! That would at least make me hesitate, be like, nah, I'm not so sure. Maybe I did get it once this week or something. I don't think maybe I got it a lot. Like, you think there would be some hesitation, but she's like 100%. She is so sure of herself. It just shows how much she wasn't self-aware of what she was doing. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption, but if you're enjoying the video, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps push me out into the algorithm and keeps my channel growing. Without further ado, let's get back to it.
Precious is out and about with daughter Chelsea. And it looks like she's 100% entering a fast food joint.
So at the moment I'm standing just outside this fried chicken shop and see if I can tell what she's ordered.
That'll be 4 pieces of fried chicken with chips.
Yeah, that was Chelsea's, yeah.
But P.I.
She's blaming it on her daughter.
Cameron 100% confirms otherwise.
Precious is just in the car to the right of me and she's eating the chips and fried chicken.
That's not me. It's not me.
Really? It sure looks like you. Maybe it's your identical twin that you didn't know you had.
So you eat a little takeaway bitches.
No, I don't.
Florence, don't look so happy, as RPI's caught you visiting takeaways too. This time, both girls are visiting a drive-thru.
It looks like
Yeah, guys, it's a real big mystery about why they're overweight. This is such a mystery. Do you realize why they're overweight? I'm not sure I do. Are they overeating? I think they're not. Nah.
again, it's KFC. Yes, they are. Take the bag.
Oh no.
And our PIs are on the lookout for exactly what's been picked up.
Looks like it's only you bitches eating that chicken, not me.
Oh. You spoke too soon, love.
Oh, that's exactly what I thought. I said like, oh, you spoke too soon, girlfriend. And then she repeated my thoughts out loud.
We've got 2 chicken wraps. This, I can use that as a... These are the deep fried. That really is deep fried, isn't it?
A day later, and there are more takeaway pit stops. With Florence visiting a sandwich bar.
All right. I know I said like you go on autopilot a lot and people don't understand how much they actually eat, but even this is like excessive. They're going out so much. You think they would remember at least one of them or something. I honestly was not a secret eater. I was very, very much aware of everything that was going into my mouth. I knew that I ate that cookie and everything. But so I honestly get confused sometimes how people don't understand, like, oh, I don't fully know why I'm fat when they're getting fast food 10 times a week. I think you would at least remember half of those times.
Yeah, this is tomato, onion, sweet corn, olive, and iron.
And Precious eyeing up the attractions at a burger joint.
I think it's my twin sister. Not me.
Unbeknownst to the girls, PI Cameron is busy collecting all the evidence for the instant room.
Wait,
Right behind us, right next to
Ow.
Oh my god.
You gotta be aware of your surroundings, girls. I mean, these two men were following them around all week. You think they would have started noticing, like, have I seen that man before? Was he at the other place I was just at? Wasn't he there? I was there, wasn't I? Didn't I see him? I mean, these girls are really caught up in their food.
Who were those girls on the film?
To be honest, I don't know.
I love these girls' attitude. Instead of like being horrified at themselves, they're more shocked, but they're laughing at everything. They're able to joke at themselves, at the irony of what they were doing, instead of being so ashamed.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's how much takeaway I eat.
Well, the amount of calories that you both had in those 2 takeaway meals came to the same number of calories as you'd find in these 26 slices of ginger cake.
I like how they are using like bakery things to symbolize how many calories they're more of eating, because you could say, oh, it had this amount of calories, 1,000 calories, and some people might actually not know how much 1,000 calories really is. They might think that's small, but everybody knows 99.9% of baked goods are very, very high in calories. So to use baked goods as an example is a great idea, because they're going to look at that and know, oh, that is very much full of sugar and calories. And to show that they were eating the same amount of calories as this many amount of cakes, that's going to make a person more aware.
I'm speechless for once.
I know we're laughing a lot, but there are serious points. Are you aware of just how badly you are eating?
I am now, you know, because I wasn't aware at the time.
I think that's what we needed, something to show us exactly where we're going. Because if before this, I would just say, you know, I'm eating what I should eat and I'm going to the gym and nothing's happening. Why? But now I think I'm starting to see the answers, you know.
I do eat loads of takeaway, like ridiculous amounts of time. It's really sad, to be honest. Very shameful.
It is sad because based on the look on her face, I think she's realizing that she is actually very much heavily addicted to not really food in general. She's addicted to processed food and sugar. And it's hitting her. She's like, oh my gosh, I have an addiction to this stuff. And I've had it for years and I didn't even realize it. So I think the shock has worn off and she's now like fully processing everything that she has done over the years to herself.
To stock up on some essentials.
She's just around the corner. Right, there she is.
I'm not sure that qualifies as the essentials aisle.
I just followed Precious to the supermarket and she's done a little shop. It's not very good. Various chocolate bars. I don't think they're all for her. I think one might have been for the child.
She thinks one might have been for the child. Wow. Dairy milk with Oreo. Oh, I love those Oreo bars, guys. I love Oreos in general. I could eat Oreos every day and never get tired of them. Like, oh.
At the last minute, decided to also buy a big bar of chocolate.
That's a lot of chocolate.
I know.
And again, I mean, sure, it was a big chocolate bar, but I know I could easily finish that in 2 minutes. You know you could easily finish that in 2 minutes. And it's hundreds of calories. I could eat 4 of those bars in one sitting before, you know, like my stomach is like, yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done.
But you don't think when you're buying that it's a lot.
I just caught her eating a chocolate bar in the car park.
And she polishes it off at home. And there's more chocolate where that came from.
I always eat your chocolates when I'm not there.
Because I don't want to share.
She doesn't want to share, and also she is probably subconsciously, you know, a bit ashamed. She knows what she's doing is wrong, so she's secretly eating it.
You really don't want to share, do you, Precious?
Man, taking it from her daughter.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous. Honestly, fighting for chocolate with a child.
But Angelic Florence is partial to a treat too. Of the non-chocolate variety. In the days that we were watching you, you ate more than 1,000 calories in just croissants.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
I could not imagine eating over 1,000 calories in croissants, but then again, I'm not a huge croissant person. I'll have one every now and then, but it always has to be paired with honey. If a croissant is not paired with honey, I will not eat it. I'm very picky about eating a croissant.
Each croissant contains around 180 calories, with half those calories coming from fat.
Did you know that?
No.
Your sister's looking absolutely bereft. She's thinking, what can I
What am I
eat?
going to eat? Yeah, I just thought, oh, croissant is just nothing, you know.
It's nothing.
It's light, it's fluffy.
Very
No
light. So now
calories.
that I can't eat it, what am I going to replace it with?
Well, this is why we're here, so we'll show
You could replace it with an apple if you want something sweet. Some grapes, strawberries, anything really.
you what you should be eating and what you can eat. Precious and Florence are guilt-free grazers. They exercise, cook meals from scratch, and then they reward themselves with sweet treats and takeaways. If this sounds like you, here are some tips. Keep a food diary. Plan your meals in advance. And keep healthy snacks in the fridge to nibble on between meals. Now that Precious and Florence have seen all the evidence, it's time for them to learn the difference between what they think they eat and what they actually eat.
Florence, from your food diaries, you were eating around 1,200 calories, but when you were under surveillance, you were actually eating 2,400 calories.
She's still eating significantly less than her sister, but as I noticed, they both look about the same size, even though the sister's clearly eating a lot more and is heavier, and that's obviously because she's a lot taller, so she's going to carry her weight better than her shorter sister.
It's shocking.
Precious, from your food diaries, you're actually getting through around 1,200 calories, but under surveillance, you got through 3,400 calories a day.
That's just, that's shocking. It's, I can't believe.
This actually reminds me of someone I know, this woman who is very much overweight. She is about my height and weighs 260 pounds. And she was talking to me one time. She's like, I don't understand why I'm overweight. I'm only eating 1,200 calories and I don't eat throughout the day at all. I fast all day and then eat at night. Already that fasting all day rung a bell in my head, a bad bell. I'm like, ooh, I guarantee you she's not eating all day and then she's hinging at night. So I asked her, what did you eat the day before? Can you tell me? She's like, sure. I fasted all day, and then I went to Pizza Hut. I got some pizza and some breadsticks. I think she said she got a dessert too, but I can't remember what it was. Or it could have been a second side. I'm not sure. So I'm like, oh, okay. How much of that did you eat? Oh, I ate this much. So I totaled up the calories later, and she didn't eat 1,200 worth of her Pizza Hut order, guys. She did not eat 1,200 calories. She ate nearly 3,000. So no wonder she is not a healthy weight. And she does this all the time. That she eats a lot of processed food, fasts throughout the day till she's really, really hungry at night, and her eyes become bigger than her stomach, and her body is searching for a quick fix to give her energy. And where does your body usually go when it wants a quick fix for energy? It goes to stuff high in calories and high in sugar.
It though, I can't.
That should be like 3 days worth of
It's
food.
more than immense allowance, isn't it?
There is a big gap.
We're far from reality.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, are you a secret eater?
I can say I am a secret eater.
Okay, yeah, so clearly. I am a secret eater.
Now that Precious and Florence have realised the extent of their secret eating, they've agreed to follow a healthy eating plan. Precious will need to stick to her new diet of around 2,000 calories a day. She'll need to include whole grain starchy foods with each meal to prevent
2,000 calories a day, honestly, she could eat a lot less than that. If she ate mainly whole foods, she would find it hard to eat 2,000 calories worth of it. But obviously, if she's going to eat 2,000 calories a day, she's going to have some processed foods mixed in with there and have probably a little bit of sweets, which honestly, if you feel like you need that, if having your cosmic brownie one every day incorporated into your calorie deficit keeps you from hinging on a bunch much later in the week, then sure, have your cosmic brownie.
the temptation to snack on sugary foods between meals. Florence will have to change her habits and aim for 2,000 calories a day in order to start losing some weight. She'll need to radically decrease her carbohydrate portion sizes and bulk her meals up with vegetables instead. And both sisters...
Like I said earlier in the video, I'm not a dietitianist, but if I was the dietitianist, I honestly would put them... I would put the taller sister on 1,800 calories and the shorter one on 1,700.
Must cut out their takeaway habit. These simple changes should turn the tide and kickstart the weight loss.
Yeah, that's true. If you are that much overweight, you just little bits of changes here and there, simply swapping out full sugar soda with diet soda will make you drop weight. But of course, the less you weigh, the less small changes work. You'll have to do more big changes the less you weigh. Like what I said earlier, I went on a completely all whole foods diet. It was a complete drop. My calories went pretty low. And I lost weight. But if I were still having processed foods mixed in, I most likely I would have still maintained the 139, 138. That's where I was fluctuating before. 139 to like 138, stuff like that.
For both of them.
Today has been more than a big wake-up. I have been lying to myself. There was a massive gap from what I thought and what I was actually eating.
I'm actually excited about the future. I'm sure I'm going to lose weight, and I'm sure I'm going to be happier with myself.
8 weeks ago, sisters...
And they're going to feel amazing when they see the pounds drop on the scale, because they're going to realize I did that. I've gotten my life together. Well, this part of my life. I'm not going to let food control me anymore.
and Florence asked us to help them work out why they were putting on weight. So we put them under surveillance for 5 days.
Right, Precious has got a barbecue wrap in her hand. She's eating it.
And then revealed the truth of what we saw them really eat. A month on, and with a new healthy eating plan under their belts, how are these ex-secret eating sisters getting on?
I'm happy now because I know, the things that I can and cannot eat.
Health-wise, I feel energetic. I feel so...
And that's true. When you're on a mostly whole foods diet, the amount of energy you have is insane. The past 2 weeks, since I've eaten nothing but whole foods except the Orgain protein powder I had in my morning smoothie, guys, my energy levels through the roof. I was sleeping either 6 to 7 hours a night. I was consistently waking up before my alarm clock because my body, it had all the rest it needed. And I was never tired throughout the day. I had more energy than I had in so long. Like, I already have so much energy a day because I eat mainly whole foods, but I had processed foods still mixed in, and it was decreasing my energy levels a little bit. But all whole foods diet, despite low calories, I was practically bouncing off the walls, and I was in a very good mood the past 2 weeks. Then yesterday with Thanksgiving, yes, I did. I have bad foods a lot, honestly. I had these very sugary sweet potatoes, my grandma's sweet potatoes, which are piled with marshmallows and like brown sugar in them. Then I baked a lot of desserts because I'm a baker. I baked 2 different types of cookies, snickerdoodles, chocolate chip. I baked banana bread, pineapple upside down cake. Then my grandma brought over her own cookies and brownies. I had like all of it. I'm not going to lie. And by the end of the day, I felt like crap. I was so tired.
Wide awake.
I managed to say toodaloo to the takeaway.
They're actually nice places where you can have a nice fresh salad, you know, with grilled chicken. There is more to life than takeaways.
And both are
That's true. Once you give it up, once the withdrawals are over and the cravings go down, you realize there's more to life than processed junk food.
fully embracing their newfound love of fruit and veg.
When I'm eating these days, I'm so mindful of what I'm eating. I have a better understanding of food and counting calories.
The final weigh-in is still to come, but remember, it's not just Precious and Florence's secret eating we've been spying on. It's the moment of truth for Precious and Florence. Since realising the extent of their supersized secret eating, they've been following a healthy eating plan. If they've stuck to it, they should each have lost between 5 and 10 pounds. So what impact has it had on the scales, who 5 weeks ago weighed in at 18 stone 9?
Wow, what is it? 17.4? What? Yeah, it's working for me. I've lost over a stone, in just a few weeks, and
That's very, very good. But once she starts losing more and more weight, that weight loss is going to become less and less prominent, and she will need to reduce her calories. 2,000 will most likely eventually be too much.
that's a big surprise for me. I wasn't expecting that.
Next it's Precious, whose starting weight was 17 stone. Can she match her sister's impressive 19-pound weight loss?
Well, you've done well. 16.5.
I've lost 2 dress sizes, so it feels good. But my curves back, they're coming
I can actually tell. She's lost weight in her face. Yeah, she looks slimmer.
more, so yeah, it's really exciting.
Between them, Precious and Florence have lost over 2 stone. The future's bright, and this
Oh yeah, the side by side really shows. She's lost weight in her thighs. The sister on the left in the dress.
should be ready for the catwalk in no time.
A lot of people have noticed change in me and can say, oh, you look so bright and you look so slim and you look so happy.
So you can imagine if I do this forever, I'll be just too hot.
Alright, so that's the end of that video. I'll end it here. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!